Henry. It's the coach. This is the 2019 season on EA Sports. Coming up, the big man, Derrick Henry, fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals as they get set to square off against the Baltimore Ravens. With that, let's get up to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. There to call all the action. We welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they too were losers last week. A red zone situation forthcoming as this defense will need to step up here. 1st and 10, ball at the 19. A first down carry for Henry, and he'll get this down only to the 18. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 15 carries, 72 yards.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. This defense already looking at a deficit on the scoreboard, but now what can they design here to disrupt this 3rd down play? Foles. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken. This defense has been on their heels thus far on this drive. It's been a long one, and now they're forced to defend a 1st and goal as we get back to the action. Now Foles. This will be caught at about the 5. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Here's Foles. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? He'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Von Miller. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper beat.
Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On third down, it's Patterson, and he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. So this offense, they've made their way into the red zone now. They've got it a couple yards inside the 20 at the 18, first and 10.
Gone!
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Flush to his right, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or, even worse, an interception.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
From the gun on third down, Jackson dancing to his left. And he's got it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal forward pass, offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Gano's kick is right through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. Looking to throw. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They stop him for... Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. It's a quarterback sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. This time, Jackson will throw it. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. A third down situation coming up in the third quarter, and this defense hoping to turn that third down into fourth.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On third down, Jackson. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. We are in the red zone. Time to get you back to the action as this offense comes up on a 2nd and 2. And they'll try the ground game here with a running back. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it now out of the gun. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. From the gun, Jackson on the move to his left. And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens. So a big third down coming up here for the defense, trying to preserve a very slim lead in the third quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on third down, Jackson. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 12 yards to pick. So a big third down coming up here for the defense, trying to preserve a very slim lead in the third quarter. Third and 2. Here's Jackson staying on it. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Dante Fowler able to drop it. They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it. And they're not able to convert. This defense in need of a big stop in a tight game in the fourth quarter. Let's see if they can get that stop they need. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get only 4. The key coming up here, preserve the lead for this defense. Fourth quarter, close game. Third down, here we go.
Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On third down, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. T.Y. Hilton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play when you go 5 wide?
A lead change may very well be forthcoming as this offense in field goal range already and looking for more here in the fourth quarter. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be second and goal.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They run, Abdullah, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that is going to set up third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play action since you ran it twice.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown. A big drive now for this offense. They'll have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they search for a late score.
Detroit! Detroit!
Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On second down, here's Jackson. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Getting late here in the fourth quarter, the offense, they need to find the end zone. A touchdown does them no good, and just one timeout left in their back pocket. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. He's back to throw. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Detroit!
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And Ingram holds it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. There he goes inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the 2-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they start.
Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run for it. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. Huge conversion. This defense just one timeout left. This one all but over as we take you down for the final moments. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been. Their first, and it's third down now. The Bengals on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Again to Henry. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try to push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing now is Jackson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll just go deep right side. Flushed out right. Going deep for Moncrief. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this one is incomplete. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six,
now we're getting to the good stuff here in overtime as this offense takes over. And now here come the Ravens. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
and I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right, get it to your back, get a lot of people out in front, control the line of scrimmage, wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Leopard!
second down. It's McCoy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Dante Hightower on the stop.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
For those vertically challenged quarterbacks, here's a time where they will tell you it's an advantage to be a little bit on the smaller side. Able to duck in behind their offensive line and stick the ball across the imaginary yellow line for a first down.
Jackson now going deep for Moncrief. That's going to be caught. A gain of 39 that time.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson from the shotgun. This will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. A partner, great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Baltimore, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.